This show is much more than just waxing. It's a movement to empower women to heal and thrive, all while shedding guilt and shame along the way. Have you ever wondered what conversations unfold behind the closed doors of a wax room? Well, wonder no more. We are here to bring those intimate, exciting, and unconventional discussions to the big screen. Each wax strip tells a story, and every story deserves to be heard. So welcome to Wax Room on Air, where we're peeling back more than just wax strips. My name is Choc. I'm your host.
Yep.
Okay. Alrighty. Welcome to Wax Room on Air. My name is Choc. I'm your host and coochie connoisseur. Y'all, today is a milestone episode. It's episode 10. OMG, we're in the double digits. I'm going to do something a little different this time because my nerves are all over the place. I don't know if y'all can hear it in my voice, but I'm shaking, heart beating fast. I don't care how many times I do this. Every time these lights and cameras come on and it's like this big, like this is big. This shit is big. This is big. Okay. So every time they come on, I just get like a little church mouse. And to know me is to know I'm like, I am loud. I am bubbly. I have a huge personality, but I'm really shy for real, y'all. So anyways, I'm going to open this episode up with a prayer. If you don't want me to open it up with a prayer, you're a heathen. And that's just that. Okay, let's go. Heavenly Father, I just ask that you look over me as I record episode 10, that you cover me from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet, as well as my listeners, God, cover them from the crown of their heads to the soles of their feet. If they are traveling and they're traveling on these death-infested highways, God, I ask that you cover them, that you be a hedge of protection around them, Lord. I plead the blood of Jesus over their life as well as mine. All of my brands, all of the ideas, all of the visions that you've given me, God, I thank you for them. I thank you for making me pregnant with purpose and having the resilience to bring them to fruition, God. Thank you for everything that you're doing in my life. Please continue to bless me on this podcasting journey. I love you. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Y'all, was that like too long, or was that one of them Jesus on closer on the Jesus website? I don't know, but I'm nervous and I need God to take these nerves up out of me. You know what's crazy? Y'all gonna be like, it's the Gemini in me. Y'all gonna be like, somewhere mid episode, y'all gonna be like, she opened this episode with prayer and now she talking like this. But I'm working on it. Okay? God's still working on me. All right, so let's get into this episode. So I don't watch scary movies because I'm a very scary person, but it's been this like nightmare tune in my head, y'all, and it goes like 1, 2, 30's coming for you. 3, 4, you ain't 20 no more. 5, 6, you can have Unc or YN. 7, 8, bitch, them hormones don't play. 9, 10, bitch, grab a fan, cause it get hot over here. These 30s, they got me going through. Y'all think I'm playing. Y'all probably laughing at that shit, but I'm for real. I'm hot. I walk around with a neck fan. And off topic, but y'all know we always stay off topic. Spider just showed me this little fan. I think it's called Play Hot or some shit. I forgot what it's already. But when I tell you he turned on that shit and I felt a breeze, baby, I'm literally finna go put that in my Amazon cart. That's how hot I've been. That's how much these hormones have not been playing with me. So if you creeping into your 30s, I'm warning you, sis, because ain't nobody told me nothing. Did nobody warn me about that? But anyways, so this is episode 10. Let's get into it. I am so grateful to be here. Speaking of 10, y'all know 10 represents a decade, right? And I feel like this episode is like very aligned because this is our first set of 10 episodes. Too excited for that. And I am now entering my third decade of life. And I just feel aligned. So let's move on because this time I'm on a strict little time crunch. I'm trying to be more responsible and grown up. So the reason why I'm so excited to finally be in the double digits is because it took 2 years to get here. Actually, really longer than that because we recorded episode 0 back in I think 2023. And then I wasn't able to officially launch until 2024 because JoJo had me fucked up then. He still got me fucked up now. And he gonna have me fucked up on episode 100 because if you new here, I be holding grudges. I'm trying to work on it. But anyways, so I spent a lot of money on that episode. And one thing that I do, I chalk my losses up as lessons all the time. Like I told myself, look, this is practice. You're just learning. That was a very expensive lesson because I think I know for a fact I spent over $1,000 on that episode when we count everything like wardrobe, hair, makeup, studio time. I did pay the man for his time, his equipment, his engineer, whoever Alex is that he had there working with him that time. Like I pay all the time. I don't never look to get anything for free out of anybody. And plus I love supporting Black businesses. So with that being said, I came up out of pocket and I didn't get anything. Like I literally don't have, I didn't get the episode. And so that pushed the podcast back some time. And then that's just kind of been like the theme of the show. Y'all get an episode here, y'all get an episode there. And I be kicking myself in the tail because I'm like, dang, it shouldn't have took 2 years to push out 10 episodes, but it did. We here. I'm so grateful for it. This podcast has seen me through so many different phases of life. And I'm really glad that I was able to catch some of them on camera because I've grown so much from episode 0. And I've grown so much from episode 1 that we recorded in this very studio. And it's just been a journey. I'm grateful that y'all here with me. For those that have been rocking with me. And if you're new here, I'm grateful for you too. That's all I got. Let's get into the episode. Y'all know I'm a chatty Cathy. My name is Choc, and I'll be your waxer today. Now, this show is for naked conversations, so I am going to need you to get undressed. I ask that you remove all masks, all armor, and leave any facades that you might have at the door. With that being said, I have a question to ask. Are you naked? Well, I'm not too naked today. I got the girls out. Y'all probably gonna get tired of seeing me in this dress. Really, I think this dress is tired of me because, baby, it is over here busting at the seams. For wherever, I have a small frame, y'all, but like I can't fit small dresses because I guess I must be top heavy. But this one is giving me a little bit of a breast lift and lipo. So I have loved this dress down. And I told y'all them hot flashes and shit don't be playing. So I be wearing a lot of black lately in case I bust out in a full-blown sweat. But anyways, to answer the question, I'm kind of naked, but I am bearing my soul on this episode like I do every single episode. So y'all can expect to get up in my business. Period. Let's move on. Okay, so let's move on to the temp check, you guys. That's the mental health check-in part of the show if you're new here. My temp check, honestly, is I feel like it's good. I'm in a good place. Like, I'm not too hot. I'm not too cold. I won't lie and say that I haven't struggled. I've learned that, like, my mental health is something that I've had to actively maintain. And now I have the tools. So when I do approach, like, a breakdown or I start feeling defeated, I have the tools. Everything that I need to regulate me is already within me. And so I start calling on God. I start using those tools in order to bring me back level. So that's not to say like things don't go left. It's just that if they do start steering left, I know how to do a self-alignment and bring it back in check. Bring it back to the right. When I talk about tools, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys, and we're going to get into I know I say this every episode. We're going to get into this later in the season. I have a therapist. I have a psychiatrist. I'm not currently on them, but I have had to take antidepressants. I have had to take anxiety medicine to get me to a point where I was leveled enough to be able to thrive and be able to do the work on my own. And I really want to be open and honest about that, because I don't want you guys. I know even today, although we've come a long way, mental health is still so taboo, and people like to throw it around like it's a joke. Caden I wouldn't say he got in trouble, but I did talk to him, I think it was yesterday, because he kept throwing the word bipolar around like it was a joke. And I told him that's not a joke. There are people who wake up every day struggling with that. And it is a mental health struggle. It's a mental health illness. So it's not funny. Just because somebody have a bad moment and then they are back laughing or whatever the case, you don't get to call them bipolar, because that is a serious diagnosis, right? And I say that just to show an example is like the world, we still joke about mental health and things like that, but it is very serious. And if you ever reach a point where you have to go to a mental health institution, you do have to take medication, you do have to see a therapist, or you do have to see a psychiatrist. There is nothing to be ashamed of at all. Because I'm telling you, if I didn't do those things, I wouldn't be sitting here recording before you today, because I've been through some really dark times these last 4 years. And I will say this before we move on to the next topic. My therapist told me, she was like, look, because I refuse to take medicine. And the reason why I refused to take medicine, it was a trauma response, because there are people in my family who abused prescription medication, that used hard drugs. And I was like, look, I'm never taking any type of medicine, because I don't want to be hooked on the medication, and I don't want to be addicted to medicine. Like, I despise that. And she sat me down and she was like, look, at this point, the only therapy that you can get is narrative therapy. That's like how when you talk to your homegirls, I'm just talking to you, we having a conversation, you probably can, you're going to get some stuff off your chest and you're going to vent, but you won't make a real improvement unless I get you regulated with this medication, because your brain is not going to allow you to. You have too many chemicals in there that are working against you, and we need to level you out. So just take this medication. Let me bring you to a point of maintenance, and then we'll wing you off. Do we have a deal? And I was like, okay, fine. We'll do that. As long as I get to get up off of this shit, I'll take it. I just added that in there from the people who might struggle with being on antidepressants or taking their mental health serious, okay? Okay, so overall, like mentally, I really am in a great place. Y'all, I am finally back walking in my purpose, like in alignment, in a straight line. I'm right where I'm supposed to be. I got derailed for a little bit. But baby, when I tell you now, not even a pinky toe is out of bounds. We are on the right path, and I know for a fact we're on the right path. I did embark on a new endeavor. Y'all know y'all host, and I can't really tell y'all what that is right now. Y'all probably gonna find out in about 5 episodes, somewhere around episode 15, episode 20, what I've done. But for right now, I'm protecting it. And that really, it awoke my purpose again. Like from day one, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm back. This feels good. This is the place I've been praying to be back at for a really long time. And honestly, I don't even like saying I'm back, because I've grown so much. I didn't go back. I'm on a whole other level, but I am back to my purpose and my calling, and in alignment with who God want me to be. We back there. So let this part of the episode be a reminder that mental health is a daily maintenance thing, right? It's just like a wax. I tell y'all all the time in the wax room, if you don't maintain your wax at home, you are doing yourself a disservice. If you do not maintain your mental health, you are doing yourself, your life, your generations after you, your calling, your purpose, you are doing it a disservice. So make sure you maintaining your mental health. Make sure you maintaining that coochie. And let's move on to the bikini strip. Okay, so for the bikini strip, if you could describe your 20s in one word, what would it be and why? And I really, truly want y'all to answer that. For those of you that are listening or watching, just really take a minute and answer that question. Like, what would you describe your 20s like? Even if you are still currently in your 20s, what do you think they are? What do you think they were if you are finally in your 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s? Yes, we do have 80-year-olds in our demographics. I pay attention to my numbers. So really, no matter what decade of life you are in, what would you describe them 20s like? Y'all got y'all word? Give y'all 5 more seconds, and then I'm going to tell y'all mine. So for me personally, I would describe my 20s as survival. That is the word that comes to mind, survival. Because when I tell y'all that shit was like a jungle, it was like Fear Factor, bro. It was like, what is that? Eliza Thornberry? I don't know. I can't think of the name of the show, but I think it was the Wild Thornberries or some shit like that. Let me look it up. Because when I tell y'all, when I think about my 20s, that is literally what I think about. Like survival. All I did was survive and struggle to survive at that in them 20 somethings, baby. Oh, the Wild Thornberries. The Wild Thornberries is the name of the TV show. But anyways, no, for real, when I tell y'all them 20s was wild, dog, I was like just trying to, I was throwing stuff at the wall, hoping that it would stick, seeing what would stick. If it stuck, then I ran with it. I was holding on to relationships, trying to make relationships work that were not for me, really forcing love, trying to force monogamy, trying to force honesty. And those are some things that you cannot trust. I mean, you cannot, look at me, I got trust issues. Those are things that you cannot force, right? A lot of those things that I just named, like if somebody is lying to you, if they are mistreating you, if they are abusing you in any form, mentally, physically, emotionally, that is a character flaw, and that is not a reflection of who you are. But my 20-year-old self, my 25-year-old self, even my 26-year-old self did not understand that. And so I was busy forcing relationships. And what Cat Williams say? Trying shit don't work. Trying shit won't work. And friendships too. I spent a lot of time around bitches who really did not like me, for real. Like when I look back over the years, like these bitches really did not like me. And it be some of the most random things. I'm not gonna get on a soapbox, because make sure you watch episode 11, Frenemies. You'll find out about it. But just for this segment, like these bitches did not like me for real. And I had these bitches around me for 10 years, bro. 15 years. Probably even 20 years. Like I had these bitches around me for a long time. To my ladies who continuously go to work and push through, you're crying in the break room, or you're running to the car, you're hiding in the bathroom, you hate your boss, your messy coworkers, you no longer have to push through burnout anymore. Sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is rest. The exit strategy helps you get approved for short-term disability so you can finally take the time you need to rest, to heal, and to pause, and go back to work stronger, or not go back at all. It's your call. Make sure you visit waxfromonair.com/the exit strategy to start your short-term disability leave today, so you can finally clock out on burnout. I had these bitches around me for a long time, and they did not like me. So my 20s were survival, for real. It was like I was on this fucking island trying to, I don't know, figure it out, because it didn't come with an instruction manual. Nevertheless, I'm in these 30s, and I am so happy that I'm in these 30s, because I don't give a fuck no more. 30 and thriving, baby. The theme for my life right now is 31, WON, because, baby, we in our winning season. We don't give a fuck who like it, who don't like it. You know what I'm saying? They better get with the program, and we don't feel sorry for nobody that went against this gangster shit, okay? Period, boo. But nevertheless, in my 20s, I was fighting for a place. I was fighting for a place to call mine. I was fighting for friends. I was fighting for a man to love me and be monogamous and marry me. And I was just fighting. And now, baby, I got the gloves off. I ain't fighting for shit. Everything that I want is already within me. I'm going to get it. I'm just going to walk into it. It's just going to fall into my hands. Now, with that said, let's move on to the next segment. The wax is in session. We're going to soften up a little bit. Now, Choc, I need you to butterfly for me. Y'all know in the wax room, in the wax room, when we butterfly, we got to open them legs wide open, okay? We got to get open and let people get all up in our business. So the butterfly question is, what's one area of your life you finally feel safe in that used to feel chaotic? And I kind of already told y'all that earlier in the episode. For me, I finally feel safety in my mind, in my mental, and my calling, you know? I don't question what my calling is anymore. Like, I know what God has for me is literally for me, and I'm not going to miss it. I literally cannot miss it. So I can't say that I'm always at peace. I'm not finna lie to y'all and say that I'm always at peace. But if I need to get back to peace, I know how to get there. I have the tools in my tool belt, and I actively use them. There's this one video that comes to mind, and I am going to tag the creator, but I don't know who she is off the top of my head. But she made a TikTok video, and she was like basically asking, are you the thermometer or are you the thermostat? Because y'all know, especially our mommies out there who done woke up in the middle of the night, had to grab a thermometer to check the baby's temperature rather. A thermometer tells you what your temperature is. The thermometer literally decides what your temperature is, okay? But a thermostat, you get to set it. You get to control it. If you get too hot, then you can turn the AC on, you can turn it down, right? If you get too cold, then you can turn the heat on, turn it up in that mug. But anyways, like she's basically saying, we have to learn how to be the thermostat. Stop letting people control us.
Repeat after me. I am the thermostat, not the thermometer. You cannot spend your days reacting to what other people are doing.
I will link the video in the description, but y'all get what she's saying. Like, stop letting people control you. Stop letting people decide your mood. You get to decide your mood. And that's the one thing that that's one change I've been able to make in my life that really keeps me at peace instead of chaos. You don't get to control nothing around here, baby, because you're not bigger than the program. And truth be told, I'm not even bigger than the program. God is the program. So even if I got to check myself so that we can get it together, I won't even let me piss me off. I won't even let me dysregulate myself. I won't let my inner critic dysregulate me or defeat me or discourage me. Like, it's not happening around here, partner. All right, now it is time for the lip strip, y'all. Y'all know this is the hardest strip of them all. Today's lip strip is, what's one decision that you keep delaying because you're really scared that it will change your life? Honestly, y'all, for me, it is leveling up. It's like fully stepping into my next level. And when I say next level, I mean like all my biggest, wildest dreams. One of them I will share with y'all because I feel like this is common for everybody, is buying a house. I always felt like there were certain levels of success that I had to wait on if I wanted to be married, right? And marriage used to be a really, really big goal of mine back in them 20-somethings. Now, as life is progressing, I won't speak against myself or against what the inner little girl in me wanted. But I will say, like, I don't romanticize it anymore at all. I don't glorify it. I don't glamorize marriage like I used to. So it's like, every time that I think about doing something big, every time I sign a contract, every time I get a deal, I'm like, oh my God, this probably gets me further and further away from the marriage goal, because I truly do believe that there are some intimidations that men have when it comes to women. So in my mind, I will always think like, damn, if I got a house, if I got my dream car, if I got all these companies, then ain't nobody gonna want to marry me anymore because I have all of these things, so he'll probably feel inadequate. And while I have experienced people like that, like I've literally dated people like that, I'm just at the point where I don't care no more. I don't care no more. Now, I am still kind of nudging myself to jump because, baby, like, is it lonely at the top? They be saying it's lonely at the top, and I ain't ready for 27 cats just yet. But I will be honest, like, that's a part of myself that I've really paced. I've really stopped is just progressing and fully stepping into my next level, because I felt like at times that I could not have it all. I was literally waiting. I was waiting to get married. I was at a housewarming not too long ago, and this lady, she was showing me all these pictures of these beautiful countries and places that she's been to, and I was like, oh my God, I want to do this so bad. And like when she showed me the pictures, I knew where she was before she even said it, because I literally got this stuff on my vision board. I got this stuff saved in TikTok videos. I got it saved on Instagram. And she was like, what are you waiting on? Mind you, she's a realtor too. We talked about, buying a house and everything, and she was like, what are you waiting on? And I had to sit and think. I kind of shrugged it off, and she was like, no, really answer that question. What are you waiting on? Why are you waiting to travel? Why are you waiting to buy a house? What's the holdup? And I had to really think about it. And I was like, damn, a husband? Shit. I thought I was supposed to do these things with my partner. I thought I was supposed to do these things with my person. I don't know where I got that idea from. Don't know how I got lost in the sauce, but truly that's really what I was waiting on, is my person. And baby, I was born into this world with my person. And so that's who gonna buy the house. That's who gonna do all of the big things, because that is truly my person. Now for our next lip strip. What version of yourself do you owe an apology to? Honestly, 25, 26-year-old Choc, I owe her a huge apology, bro. And we not gonna get emotional, even though I do got Kleenex over here. Y'all know I gotta keep Kleenex because I'm a crybaby. I owe her an apology. I'm talking to camera 3 right now, and I'm speaking in third person. Well, I'm getting ready to speak in third person because I'm about to apologize to myself. The reason why I owe her an apology is because, get it together, bitch. I'm not playing with you. You're not gonna do this shit. You're not gonna do this shit, okay? Jesus. The reason why I owe her an apology is because I made her shrink so that she could fit in places that she literally was not meant to be. There were times that I humiliated her and I embarrassed her to be able to sit at tables that God didn't even intend for me to sit at. Like, God wanted me to build the table. God had a table in a whole different room, in a whole different building, and I walked the walk of shame and humiliation just to sit at certain tables. And I'm sorry to her. Because I was angry at that version of myself for a long time. Fuck it. Damn. I'm over here like, bitch, you knew you was a crybaby. That's why you got the Kleenex. So you might well keep these fucking cameras rolling. And I just got my lashes done. Damn, bro. I made her shrink to fit in certain places that she didn't have, that she wasn't even supposed to be in. And for a long time, I was angry with myself because it caused me some setback and it cost me some losses. But I had to be her. Like, I had to be that 25-year-old that let people lie to me. I had to be that 26-year-old that let people manipulate me and pull a rug from underneath me and my kids and shit, leave me for dead. I had to be around fake ass friends. I had to endure that because I wouldn't be 31-year-old me, you know? So 25-year-old me, she had to go through that shit. And how dare I be mad at her? And how dare I not give her grace when she carried this shit on her back? Like, she is literally the reason why we here today. Like, she got us here. And I'm not saying that to take credit from God at all, because God is truly and honestly the reason why I'm here today and why the brand has grown to where it's grown. But I'm just like emphasizing, like, how dare I be mad and not give myself grace or give myself compassion when, in order to be the woman of my dreams, who I am today, sitting in front of lights and cameras doing really big things, beautiful, you know, happy, in alignment, literally got everything that I want. I don't need for nothing. Like, I can't even think of anything that I want right now. at all, period. Probably besides growth. Everything that I need, I have right now. And I had to be 25-year-old Choc in order to enjoy the fruits at 31. Girl, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry I took you through that shit. I'm sorry that I didn't forgive you. I really, truly do apologize from the bottom of my heart. Wish I could hug you right now. Wish I could pick you up off that bathroom floor and tell you, like, bitch, it's okay. We gonna pop big shit in a couple years. Fuck them people. Like, if I could just hold my 25-year-old self, that's literally what I would tell her. Keep going, bitch, because we on the way up, and we finally fucking up. Like, it's here. And I'm not gonna keep being a crybaby ass bitch, but just know, I don't feel sorry for nobody that ever went against this gangster shit. And if you listening, I really just hope, because y'all know I don't even cut that emotional shit. Like, I do not edit my episodes. I have my editors keep this shit in, because I want this episode to be, the podcast to be real. I want the podcast to be raw. And I want y'all to know that this shit is a journey. This shit is a struggle. It's not always as good as it look. And it's going to be times where you mad at yourself. And it's going to be times where you don't want to wake up in the morning. But my nigga, if you just hold on to another day, just find one reason to wake up in the morning. And I promise you, that shit is going to be so up. And it's going to be so stuck in due time. And you're going to be glad that you kept the ball rolling. That's it. We finna move on. I told y'all, them lip strips is a bitch, bro. Damn. Okay, enough of all that weak ass crybaby shit. Damn. Let's lighten the mood. We gonna move on to Don't Let Justin LaBoy Get You Fucked Up. Today's meme comes from Her to Her. I'll have them put it in the episode, like put the meme in the episode, and I'll also tag the creator. But it says, I started a whole new life. Don't bring up old shit to me. Period, Pooh. Like, literally, y'all, everything new. I can't think of the song. The song that's coming to my mind right now is Real Big by Manny Fresh. House real big. Car real big. Podcast real big. Everything real big. Bitch, like, what? I started a whole new life. Everything brand new. Do not bring up an old friend, an old man, an old job, unless you like congratulated me on how far I've come. That's the only time that I want to talk about something in the past. And please keep that shit to a minimum too, because I don't know, like, I'm delusional, baby. I don't remember none of that shit. Now listen, I done told y'all, and I've been saying this for a long time, when I become rich and successful, baby, there will be signs. And I am truly going to act different. And I am going to act like I did not know those people. And I'm telling you right now, I'm looking camera 3 dead in the lens. Baby, I don't know you. I never met you. What are you talking about? When I tell you I'm a lie, like, clip this and save it for later, baby. Because I'm a lie so hard. Baby, I am gonna lie. I don't know them people. I never worked at that job. I never met that man. I was never friends with that girl. That shit is AI and it did not exist. Okay? Period, Pooh. New life, new me. Don't bring up shit old. We in a whole different era. Bitch, we in a whole different decade. All right, let's move on. Let me see it. This meme is from Justin LaBoy himself. It says, ovulation horny is actually demonic. Now, I talked to y'all about hormones at the beginning of this episode, y'all. When you ovulating in your 30s, bro, that shit is for the birds. Like, my coochie do not need to be this way. It don't. Why is the shit dripping like this? And I know, is this Let Me See It? Oh yeah, I had to make sure that we on the right topic. We on the right segment before I get a little, my mouth go crazy. But like, it don't need to be that wet. What is going on? And on top of that, in addition to the wetness, like, you really do be horny, like you be ready to pounce. Cougar, calm down, kitty. Calm down. What is you doing? We ain't got nobody to pounce on. Why are you doing this? Why are you acting like that? Why are you showing out? We have no company to show out in front of. Cut it out. No, but for real, ovulation horny It is demonic. Y'all know on Scary Movie when she was like riding him and going crazy. I was finna reenact it, but I'm not. Like, that is what ovulating in your 30s is like. And then one more thing I was gonna tell y'all. This is probably TMI, but I don't care. If you watching this podcast, child, you know you going on a roller coaster ride. So that's your fault if you done made it this far and you still listening. But you know what? No, I'm gonna talk about that later. Anyways, so let's move on. Oh, my hairstylist, she just sent me this, and I literally updated the episode to add this one in here. It says, "Don't eat me out my sleep. I be having hot flashes. It's gonna be a little musty." Fucking screaming. Can we talk about that for a little bit, y'all? Because for real, everybody be like, you shouldn't be having hot flashes like that in your 30s. And I ain't gonna lie, like I told y'all, I did get on antidepressants and anxiety medicine. So at first, I felt like it was a side effect of those. And it probably could be. I gotta go to my PCP and see what's going on. But I've been off the medication for some time because of these sweats. I was like, baby, I'm not finna be having these hot flashes. Like, that shit gotta go. We up now. I'm gonna have to stop this medication. I've been off the medicine for I think 3 or 4 months. These hot flashes cannot still be from that medicine. I don't know. If they are, I will come back and update y'all. I don't want to give no misinformation. But no, for real, these hot flashes they the truth. Child, be wanting to hold a whole AC unit down there and everywhere. The musty part now, I can't relate. And courtesy of y'all know what the fuck going on. Courtesy of the pussy boxes, baby. I cannot relate to the musty part. Cannot, will not, do not ever want to. I don't play about that. Y'all already know I do not play about hygiene. And I think that's the reason why, we're going a little bit over, but I think that's the reason why I don't like these hot flashes and stuff, because you can't catch me slipping. Ain't nobody gonna catch me slipping. If I gotta take 15 million showers a day, nigga not finna catch me slipping at all, even in my sleep. I wanted to add something to that. So y'all know that's a kink. Like, I had an ex that nigga loved when I would go to the gym. And it wasn't because work on your body. It was like, I want you to sweat. Literally in my 20s, bitch, I couldn't sweat for nothing. I could not sweat for nothing at all. Now I just be walking in a pool of hot flashes and sweat. But anyways, he would want me to work up a sweat so that he could. To my ladies who continuously go to work and push through, you're crying in the break room or you're running to the car, you're hiding in the bathroom, you hate your boss, your messy coworkers. You no longer have to push through burnout anymore. Sometimes the most productive thing that you can do is rest. The exit strategy helps you get approved for short-term disability so you can finally take the time you need to rest, to heal, and to pause, and go back to work stronger. Or not go back at all. It's your call. Make sure you visit waxfromonair.com/the exit strategy to start your short-term disability leave today so you can finally clock out on burnout. He will want me to work up a sweat so that he could eat my pussy while I was sweating. And I'm like, nigga, what is wrong with you? And he would say that too. He would be like, you don't have to take a shower. I don't always want to eat you or fuck you straight out the shower. I love eating you when you come home from the gym. I love eating you when you off of work, when you come home from work and you've been out all day. Because literally, if I've been out all day doing anything, any errands, I'm going to hop in the shower when I get at home. Anybody in my household know I do not play. We not getting in the bed with our outside clothes and that outside, we're not doing it. And the nigga was literally stop taking a shower every time. I want you just like that. Now, again, I do have to add this disclaimer. Ain't shit gonna be musty or twangy down there. It's just not gonna happen. Okay? Because if it do happen, I'm going to go correct it. I am a firm believer in you smell you before anybody else smell you. Now, let's close this episode out. Let's move on to trauma dump. We actually have a trauma dump. And I want to know, am I going to read trauma dump? I don't feel like I have time for trauma dump. Let's see. Yeah, I could do the trauma dump real quick. So The subject line says 26 and tired. She says, "Hey, Choc, I'm 26 years old. I'm fed up with being nice. I had been dating a man who barely took me on dates unless I practically begged him to. Then I ended up getting pregnant and ended up losing our baby. I'm sorry for that. I had serious complications afterward and ended up hospitalized. That man did not come to the hospital not one time. He didn't even check on me. He didn't help me recover. He didn't do anything, nothing. A few weeks later, he came around wanting to have sex and asked me if I would be interested in exploring a poly relationship or finally giving him a threesome. That pissed me off to no end. After that, I stopped forcing this literally how she wrote it, y'all. I can read, I promise. I'm not a popcorn reader. I think she meant after that, I stopped forcing the good. I stopped trying to force him into the good man category when he clearly was not showing up like one. At some point, I had to accept that he has his own demons that he needs to work through, and it just is not my responsibility. Fast forward, I've been hearing that he's been telling people we broke up because I was mean to him, moody, and always difficult to deal with. The question is, how do you stop being angry when someone makes themselves the victim? How do I let go of the need to defend myself when people only know his version of what happened to me? Oh, that's a mouthful. I do appreciate you actually listening and putting putting it in question form at the end, because I be needing y'all to guide me so I can know what the answer. But anyways, I need to hide this behind me. Okay. So how do you stop being angry when somebody makes themselves the victim? Just don't give a fuck. Is that like too direct of advice? Like, he don't matter, his mama don't matter, his cousins don't matter, his sisters don't matter. I have a song that I'm gonna drop sometime soon this year. I wrote it a long time ago, but I'm gonna finally drop it. And I say in that song, I said, fuck anybody out here buying what you selling. I sacrificed it all. How am I the fucking villain? Right? And the song is called A Letter to My Ex. And that's literally like how I felt. Nigga, fuck you and fuck anybody that's buying what you selling. Believe the rumors if you want to believe the rumors that he telling you. And bitch, add a little razzle dazzle to it. I don't give a fuck. That's how you stop being angry. Just like discredit them people. Because why would you take this clown serious? This nigga got big ass red shoes on, a big ass red nose. If you can't see it, that's your problem. So I guess to answer your question, you have to discredit them. And once you learn to discredit the person and you learn to discredit the flying monkeys that he got around him, then you ain't gonna be mad anyways, because what do we should feel sorry for the less fortunate. The second question is, how do I defend myself? You don't. When people only know his version. Baby, you don't. Don't defend yourself, because you look crazy trying to defend yourself. I don't defend myself. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying about me. I don't give a fuck how they feel, whatever the case may be. Like, it literally don't matter to me. And I really became like that because I didn't want to crash out, because I had the stuff to lose. So I was forced to be like that for a moment. But like nowadays, baby, I'm seeing that it literally is working in my favor, because people they learn the real me from the podcast. They learn the real me from becoming wax clients and just patronizing any of my businesses or whatever. Like, people end up learning the real me, and they eventually tell me like, dang, I was wrong about you. I was listening to what X, Y, and Z said. Like, this has happened to me so many times, y'all. I cannot count how many times somebody has apologized for misunderstanding. Somebody has apologized for misunderstanding me because of what another person said. Like, if it's meant to be, if your name is meant to be cleared, if your name is meant to be cleared, if your reputation is meant to be cleaned up, then God will work it out and it'll clean itself up. But I am not finna get on the defense and defend myself to nobody. Think whatever the hell you want to think. I hope that answered the question. We're going to move on to Ouch Bomb. But what if your 30s was the most fulfilling decade of your life? Wasn't all downhill from here? Marked a time of deep inner work, are better than your 20s, are full of new friendships and new adventures, saw you step into a new version of yourself, allow you to unlearn, showed you the beauty and privilege of aging. And lastly, are your time to shine. Like, what if? What if your 30s are not bad? What if your 30s are the time where you finally get to meet the woman of your dreams? What if? We really do have to get rid of the negative connotation with aging and turning 30, with the exception of them hot flashes. Them hot flashes can kiss my ass. But everything else, like, I welcome it in 30. All right, y'all. Now it's time to rebook. That's it for today's wax. Y'all, I think I really broke down. Like, I'm low-key excited to rewatch it because I felt like that was a release, like a spiritual release, actually. I broke down in this episode. I think that was like the deepest breakdown that I've had. That was like the I'm finally here, thank you God type breakdown. But anyways, this was a good wax. Make sure that you guys look into the exit strategy if you are looking to leave your 9 to 5, if you want to be able to walk in your purpose, if you want to be able to construct your mornings. I got up today and did what I wanted to do. I'm literally sitting here drinking on the job, all courtesy of the exit strategy. And I have taken that step by step. I've taken what I've did. I've taken the method that I've learned over the years and I put it into one plate for you guys to be able to do the same thing. If you know that there's a bigger calling on your life and there's more to your life than punching somebody else's clock, I really want you to check out the Exit Strategy program because it is for you. Make sure that you download this episode. Let's go ahead and wrap up this episode. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all, this is episode 10. Hold on. We just gonna let the cameras roll for a minute because I forgot what the fuck my outro is. What is my outro? I might fuck around in here. All right. That's episode 10 for you, baby. If you know it, you an avid listener, you an avid supporter. So make sure you say this last part with me and we gonna get up out of here. I might fuck around and heal. Are you coming? Cut.